So this is going to be a really short review because that She-Hulk episode was bad, especially the post-credit scene. The main plot thread follows Emil Blonsky, who gets released on parole after Wong shows up to testify on his behalf. He gets released on the condition that he never uses his powers. Apparently, he's going to open a meditational retreat with his 7 soulmates, who I know some YouTubers thought was code for a group of villains. But remember that whenever possible, Marvel goes with the simplest and most boring explanation. Honestly, I don't care about any of the courtroom stuff. It's just boring. For a show called She-Hulk Attorney at Law, there isn't a whole lot of time spent in the courtroom. And when they are, it's so low stakes. Like, if you're going to make a courtroom show, it needs to be compelling. And if you think I'm being overly harsh, go watch any episode of Daredevil that has Matt in court. There is a mountain of difference. There is a mildly amusing plot thread with Jen's ex-coworker, Dennis Bukowski, the token misogynist, who got defrauded by a shape-shifting light elf from New Asgard, who I imagine is probably going to come back into the plot somewhere down the line. But she was shape-shifting into someone called Megan Thee Stallion, who I'd never heard of until now. Apparently she's a rapper and is popular for this weird noise she makes or something. Jen makes some fourth wall jokes about all the cameos, and yet also says, remember who this show is actually about. So for a second there, I thought they were being self-aware, but maybe not so much. She-Hulk has an extremely brief fight against 4 scumbags who I immediately recognized, but was also baffled by the design choice. Because these guys are supposed to be these guys. This is the Wrecking Crew, a team of B or C level villains, depending on how you look at it, who got their powers when the Asgardian being Karnilla gave the Wrecker superhuman strength and durability comparable to an Asgardian. Power which he would later share with his crew, made up of Piledriver, Bulldozer, and Thunderball. Wrecker was the strongest among them and was even able to defeat Thor. So he alone should have been able to defeat She-Hulk. But apparently we can't have the female hero actually struggle against an enemy. That would give her too much potential for growth, and we can't have that. And then there's the post-credit scene, which is interesting because you had the all-female creative team arguing that the complaints against She-Hulk CGI was due to misogyny and men objectifying women's bodies. And then you have She-Hulk, who a bunch of feminists argue shouldn't be a sexualized character, twerking in order to keep her relevant. And all I can think about is those poor, overworked VFX artists who had to put that together. Now, to be fair, John Byrne made a lot of self-aware jokes about women needing to be sexualized in order to gain attention for their books. But he did it in a funny and tasteful way that still had Jen aware of what she was doing and breaking the fourth wall to let you know. Whereas this is just embarrassing for her character. If you guys watched the episode, let me know what you thought about it in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I will be covering the Rings of Power, so keep an eye out for that. I'll see y'all next time.